have your charts? You don't have your big chart. Okay, ready? We'll wait till Prabhu's on the phone here. See, he's ingrained already.
He's so eager to say them out.
He's so eager to tell you. They love it, huh? They're happy to learn. Now, the other day when we ended, we're ready to go now? Okay, the other day when we ended with the phonograms, Mataji asked, well, do we teach one a week? No. We teach 3-year-olds 7 a day. In 2 weeks, they know it. So the idea is accelerated. We don't get those results by just taking a slow boat to China. Okay. So our process is what we call the South Indian Brahmin skill. I call it the American yo-yo drill. Yo-yos are wooden toys that go up and down and up and down. Okay. So the first thing we do is we say the first one, B. Everyone can say B? All right. Now we say the second one, K, S. Now, yo-yo, we have to now go back and say 2 correctly. B, K, S. Everybody know those? Now we say the third one, D. Now the thing is, if the child is able to say all 3, you may go to the 4th. If the child is not able to say all 3, you keep practicing until the child can. What's the point of going on? You just add to the confusion. So the thing is, the South Indian Brahmins teach slokas like this. 1 word, 1 more. Rasheshvar learned all of us from Bhaktivinoda Maharaj. He learned the Purusha Sukta, his slokas this way. So this is not an innovative idea. This is a deep-rooted Sanskrit tradition. B, K, S, D. I think we're ready for the next one. This row is easy. B, K, S, D. This next one is 2 sounds. Remember Kasa was 2 sounds?
Yeah.
This one is also 2 sounds. So in this first row, 2 have 2 sounds. The rest have only 1 sound. So it's a good way for children to start because they build up their confidence. Some of the rows are harder, but this is an easy starter. B, K, S, D, G, J. Yo-yo. B, K, S, D, G, J. J. Now we have covered all 7. Now if we do each row of 7 in a day, then in 10 days, the phonograms are learned. Now she in her book will teach the writing as well, and that we also do, but I keep many burners going. I keep the phonograms going, I keep the practice going, I don't start the spelling list until this is mastered and the writing is mastered. And then we do other little things, days of the week, months of the year. But once they have mastered this, and they have mastered how to make each letter, we will do that also. Hare Krishna. Then they are ready for the spelling list. I do not start that one prematurely, because that will only increase the bad habits. Mastery of the phonograms, mastery of the writing, mastery of the sitting, pencil holding, paper holding. Okay?
This letter G and the letter D. What is the difference? For G, for the letter G,
It can say ja.
Ja.
It says good job.
For the letter J, also it says Ja.
It also says ja. And then this will also say ja. So you have 3 things that say ja. So let us go through this one again. We were practicing the yo-yo drill, the first row. B, k, s. Is that, you have a color photocopy, right? Is that your own or was that us? Okay, she's fortunate. We're having a hard time getting good copies.
I took it in 2011.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting good copies. B, k, s. Now we'll do the yo-yo again. B, k, s. D, b, k, s. D, b, k, s. D, g, j. B, k, s. D, g, j. H. B, k, s. D, g, j. H, j. And that is how we also revise to do anything we do. Our study charts, our Bhagavatam, our Gita, right? We do one more. We have a problem with chords because she has to have a plug-in or she won't be able to record this. So you understand how to do a drill? Teach them 7 in one session. And that's within an hour plus many other activities. We allowed them to show their art from the day before. We did math, we did heard a story, we did many things. We did 10 spelling words in 1 hour. we learned how to compress and accelerate, but still no compromise on result. Too much time can be wasted dragging it out. Okay, so does everyone know the first row? Okay, turn and do it with your partner. All right, turn and do it with your study partner.
Yeah.
Okay, do your first row together. Okay, you can do it with them. You should point also.
Yes.
Use your index finger as your cursor. Okay. You know them? You know the first row, right?
Can I get the black pen? Black
You need a black pen. I think I was going to gift you with one. It's good to come with your own equipment if possible.
What's the difference between G's J and J's J?
I don't know which of the two is running down.
What's the difference between G's J and J's J?
No difference, they're just used in different cases. They both say Joe. I'm not going to go into the rules at this point. We just want to get through these. So today we'll see. What we should do is set a timer. Do you have your clock, your phone with you? Let's see how fast we can learn these charts today.
Did I start it?
Go. All right, we did the first line. Remember these first 3 lines are the 21 consonants? Let's now go to the second one. K. Next one is oo. Yo-yo drill. K, oo. Next one is 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 Qu. This is a phonogram that's not underlined because it's always with you. K. Okay. Okay, quickly turn and say them to your neighbor. Everybody got it so far? Samohini, okay? Okay, Madam. Third row of consonants. 2 sounds for the first one. S, z, s, Second one. T. S. Z. T. Next one. V. S. Z. T. V. Next one. W. S. Z. T. V. X. The fast one.
Fast one.
S. Z. T. V. W. X. The fast one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
I.
Not E. It. I. It's like a hiccup. Yeah? It. I. Don't say yeah, E-I, because that's another sound. Yeah, it. I. S. Z. T. X. The fast one. Yeah, it. I. Z. Okay, one more time. S. Z. T. He should be following in the book. That's why he's not paying attention. X, the fast one. Yeah, it, I. Z. You see what happens once they know something, it becomes mechanical and then they're not knowing it. So he should be pointing. He should be interactive the whole time. All right? 21 consonants. Can you please tell the third row of consonants to your study buddy? X. The fast one. Okay. Everyone knows the third row? Okay, let's do the consonants all straight through. B, Ks, D. Good job. You should be following on the book. You can use the pencil to point. That plastic thing, that'll be a good pointer. I'll start again. B, Ks, D. Good job. H, J, K. And not pressing on the board. Hare Krishna? Yeah, she should not be pressing on that board. Put the board somewhere else or under the tray, because those boards are, I've already ruined mine by getting too much water on the edge. It doesn't take much. You should understand that living entities are just as little children, just like the living entity and the material energy. The minute one is not under the supervision of this divine energy, immediately the material energy takes, there's no in between. It's like the computer. It's 1 or 0. 1 or 0. The minute he's not directly engaged, he will be 0. So your whole, and you will benefit too, but if you're going to try to homeschool him, that means you'll have to make sure that at every minute, because the minute he isn't, teaching and parenting are two species. And you have to, one lady who's successful at that, she tells her boy, I'm putting on a different hat. Now I'm your mother in this room, but if we go into that room, I'm not your mother, I'm your teacher.
Is that okay to do that? I mean, do children accept it like if
Yes, because if you don't, that's what Krishna had to do with Arjuna. At one point he's a friend, But at another point, he's a disciple. And also with the universal form. At one point, there's one ras, is wonder, and then another point, friendship. Two relationships. They don't mix. They don't mix. So this very successful lady, Sundari in Pune, she has a room where she homeschools Garanga. His desk, his table, material, out of the influence of any other place in the house, it's this classroom. And when they go in there, I'm not your mother, I'm your teacher. I have a different hat. Different mood, different, she's not afraid to, and he's quite used to that. Otherwise, the two mix, and then they play on the parental relationship because it's so familiar. And parents are not usually trained as teachers. I've had to be under supervision in classrooms for 40 years. That's by people who are checking me. What are you doing? What? They walk in and they say, why is that child not engaged? Your scores tick down. And yet you watch a parent and the kids are running all over the place and nobody's saying, why is your child running all over the place? So if you can't do that, you won't be able to teach. I don't care how much you know of sport. You have to be serious about this. It's not sentimental. Okay, I forgot where we were. So let's go back. B, kası, d, gıcı, h, c, k, p, qu, r, s, t, w, x. The fast one. Yeah, z. Okay, and I'm not kidding you. When I was in college, in my junior year, we went into schools, one semester primary and another semester secondary. And then the second year, senior year, we actually had to teach the class. So one semester primary and then the second semester secondary. And the supervisors came unannounced. We never knew when they would walk in, and they had a checklist. So obviously we never, have you ever noticed when I'm teaching, do I just say, I'm sorry, I have to go do something else? It was not like that. It was 24/7. And the supervisors came in, and the first point on the list, they walk in and scan the room, unannounced. You don't know if it's a Monday, if it's at 2 o'clock, which class. They look around, and the first point is, all of the students are meaningfully engaged. Did you hear that? Unannounced, which day of the week, what time of the day. All of the students are meaningfully engaged, not just coloring in a stupid book. And that was the first criterion. That's heavy. How many people who take up teaching can go under that kind of scrutiny? How many parents can take up that kind of scrutiny? Because they should. Every minute of parenting should be a classroom. Not, I'm saying reading and writing, but everything you do, how to cook, how to clean, how to deal with people. It's a lesson in life. The world is a big examination hall, Bhaktisiddhanta says. He's not exaggerating. So most people think, oh, I can be free, or the child should be free to play. Freedom means illusory energy, the grips of the illusory energy. Real freedom is under the direction of the divine energy. All right, now we're going to get into the difficult portion. The fourth column includes, and we'll just do the first portion, the 5 vowels. Of the 5, 2 have 2 sounds, and 3 have 3. What's unique here? How many have 2 sounds? 2 of the vowels have 2 sounds. 3 of the vowels have 3 sounds. That should be easy to remember. And for children, we make a comparison with some kind of an animal. The first vowel And listen to the second sound, it will identify the letter name. Remember we said that yesterday? The letter name. A, O. What is this?
A, O.
Again. A, O. No, not A. A, as in at. A, O. As in ball. Okay? So when we say these, we stress the second one, so the child knows if I'm tested, I will write the letter A, not some other 4, 5, 6 other phonograms make A. Again, A, O. These are critical, and often these are slurred, which she says makes for poor pronunciation, which makes for poor spelling. The teacher has to pronounce the word correctly because the child has to hear it, does not have his own spelling. If you say it incorrectly, the child will not hear it correctly. If you write it incorrectly, the child cannot write it. It all has to come from you. The second one has 2 sounds. E, E. E, E. A, O. Second one, E. Third one has 2 sounds, like a hiccup. I. Do you remember what the consonant? I. The second 2 are the same as Y. Y takes the place of I at the end of an English word. That's why Y is sometimes a vowel. Its first sound, Y, is for consonant. Okay? A, O. E, E. I. Really stress that so you know that's the name of this letter. This one, listen, this has 3 sounds. The second sound will identify the phonogram. A, O, O, U, A, O, U. The second sound was what? O, the name of the letter. A, O. E, I. O, U. Like ulu. Ulu, right? Like the ulu, the owl. Ulu. 3 sounds for this one. You. Okay. You. Like as in put. Please put the book down. See? Very strange.
What's the first of you?
Like as in up. You. As in university. As in put. Strange, but you see, when you apply it to a word, yes, you don't think how different this particular vowel. That's why English is tricky for spelling. Let's do the vowels again.
O, the letter O and the letter U. The first, is it almost the same? The first.
No, for up, like is in up.
This is for up.
And for the first one, ah,
Okay.
as in octopus, as in octopus.
And the A one is.
The
and
first
letter
sound for the letter A is
As in at 3 o'clock. At. It probably helps you to say a word because they're so close, you might not. Okay, let's go through the vowels because the vowels are in every syllable, or you do not have a syllable. And you don't have a word if you don't have a syllable. These are the heart. A, O. E, E. Ah.
Ah.
As in octopus, right? Ah.
Ah.
O.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ah.
U.
You.
We say that, I tell them the little donkey sounds, like this is a donkey. Ah, ah. And the mouse will say e. And the elephant who's had hiccups, I. And the owl will say ah, oh, ooh. And the big bear will say you. Just some little thing to get some connection there. Okay? And we know the ers. But first say the vowels to each other. See how you do? Okay? Can you say your vowels to your daddy? Go ahead. A, as in call. Ball. Ball. I play with the ball.
And for O, doll, O.
Oh. There's a different rule on that. It's Rule 17, coming from Old English. It's very it's amazing what the children will understand.
And any word for A, E?
F, E, letter, F, E, B.
This is a. First one is a.
E is for letter.
F. Most words you'll see.
A as in ant.
And A for A. Third sound of A.
As in call, ball, all.
I don't know.
Yes, it's a bit confusing. This is
First sound like the donkey. E is for whose sound is E?
Which one for the
E.
That's the first one.
Animal sound.
Oh, first one I did the donkey. A, mouse for E.
That's for this letter. No animal.
Mouse.
Mouse.
E.
We'll have to listen to this recording.
And the big elephant.
I think because of real life.
I. Have three sounds and they sound close.
Always for all.
It sounds like, oh, this sounds complicated, but once you've mastered all of these, then everything flies. Otherwise, you can take years and not understand it. Many English-speaking people have no concept of this. Even a professor of English will not tell you the rules. Spalding figured it out.
Yesterday you were also telling about this manuscript which you asked us this is how you should write. But is it that every teacher or the parent should also learn now that we have already following a pattern for years together?
Well, if you want to teach the Spalding way, yes, you should do it. And you should tell them this is a valid system. Add it to their vocabulary, their skills, vocabulary skills. Otherwise, you're just going to get the same thing she says is the problem. They can't decipher what they have. This is the perfect. Could you see an easier way to make perfect letters?
This is the perfect letter when you're teaching to others. But then when you're also implementing, what I'm asking is, like, do you also have to change your writing? Like idea?
For this instance, yes. How else would you teach it if you haven't done it? Can you do it? Will they do it? If you can't, then you're not a teacher, you're a cheater. Preferences. One who claims he's teaching but he can't, you take CH and T and switch them, and you get cheat.
Then it requires a lot of time and training for the teacher itself to...
How long does it take us to learn these letters? Half hour?
But then you have to write it practically in the board or something on the letter or when you're writing it?
Well, if you can't do it, how can you teach it?
No, if you have to just say A, you can do it. What I'm saying is if tomorrow if you're writing a letter or something like that.
Oh no, for your own writing, no, I use script or whatever, but I'm saying for
what I'm asking.
phosphol.
Yeah.
This is fundamentals print, and it's precise, easy. Is this not easy? 2, 10, 8, 4, 3 straight line?
Yeah, that is very easy. What I was asking was, when you not follow.
Oh, no, of course. You know many, I mean, I can do copperplate, I can do italic, I can do Palmer script, I can do manuscript. On the computer, you can choose 25 million fonts. But if you want to teach a little child how to write and understand what he wrote, I would recommend you do this.
So tell me for
And if you want to do something else, then don't come here and ask me to teach you small. Because what's the point, you know? Either you take it and do it, or you know, that's why I got tired of teaching Spalding. Because I knew I had the perfect system, but whether people wanted to actually employ it or not, I couldn't waste time on them anymore. I have to be blunt about it. I'm too old to play around anymore. It's true.
Mataji, could you give me a word for off, o,
I'm trying to think of one right now.
off?
I can't think of one offhand, but she has them on her cards. I can't think of that one offhand. I can't think of
Which
I can't think of the third one offhand.
is it Sumu?
No, that would be double O. Okay, should we go on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the 5 Ers. We learned those yesterday. Ready? The 5 Ers. As in her.
As in her.
As in first.
As in first.
As in nurse.
As in nurse.
As in worships.
As in worship.
As in early.
As in early.
Okay, I don't think we need to revise that one. We can go on.
Yeah.
Because we need to master these now. We want to learn this chart today.
Yeah.
All right, let's do these 3. 4 below that. There are 4 below the last Are we ready? Shh, the plain one. Everyone say shh and use the gesture. Whatever I do, do it. If you just sit there watching me, that's not the idea. How will you teach it? Shh. The plain one.
The plain one.
Archie? Whatever I do, you must do it. I'm not here to entertain you. You must do exactly what will work. If you just sit there and watch, then how will you impart this? And then you have to make sure the children do what you do. Shh. The plain one.
The plain one.
Next one. double E.
double E.
Now let us revise. Shh. The plain one. Next one. double E. Next one. 2 sounds. First one. Shh. Do your gesture so the child will see. Shh. The plain one. Double E. TH. Shh. The plain. TH, 2 sounds. First sound is as in thimble, thing, thistle, thatch. You'll see in the movie you saw a thatched roof. Thatched. Theater. Theater. This. Though. Then. The. Okay. Thus. The plain one.
The plain one.
Double E.
double E.
The tongue is between the teeth. Then it's behind the teeth. The next one. We'll just do those three because these two are a pair. Okay, let us do the ers again. As in her.
As in her.
As in first.
As in first.
As in nurse.
As in nurse.
As in worships.
As in worships.
As in early.
As in early.
Shh. The plain one.
The plain one.
It has to be said because there are three others. Actually, there's a fourth one, Chukush. You have to make a distinction or they won't know which sh you're talking about.
Like Shloki?
Where were we now?
TH.
As in worships? Is that where I was? If you, try not to interrupt the drill because then it throws me off and I don't know where we are. Where were we?
E double
E.
E double E.
Fv. Now we will do the next two. Twins. You must say the whole thing. A. The two-letter A. That you can say at the end of an English word. Right? This one you can use at the end of an English word. A. The two-letter A. That you can use at the end of an English word. Now it's twin. A. The two-letter A. That you cannot use at the end of an English word. You cannot use this spelling at the end. This spelling is for the end. This spelling is for within. Okay? Now the next two are like that, but the second one has more sounds than two. So they're twins in a way, but one twin can do more. And we use pinch sounds. The first one is ow, o. Now do you see those are the same sounds as a, o, u practically? O is coming up 4 or 5, 6 times. But they will get to know this. Ow, o. Now with the next phonogram, we add 2 more sounds. Ow, o, u, Now you can see it's repeating the U sound, it's repeating the O sound, and it's the 2 of them together. So the first one of the 2 is ow, o. The next one is ow, o, u, All right? As you can see how much the phonograms really encompasses all of the varieties and why spelling is so hard, especially for ESL. Even an adult who's learned English, why is the spelling like this? Why does it sound like this? If you grew up with it, you don't question it. It's just like that. The sky is blue because it's blue. But if you're questioning it, and then you're wondering, what is this crazy language? So she's eliminated almost half of the troubles. Because they mark them, they spell them, they know this. All right, the next one we have 2. All right, the first one is for ending. The next one is for inside. Oi. That you can use at the end of an English word. The second one, oi. That you cannot use at the end of an English word. Okay, let's revise again. A. The 2-letter A. That you can use at the end of an English word. A. The 2-letter A. That you cannot use at the end of an English word. Now notice someone will start to say, oi, the 2-letter oi. Why did we not say that? Because they're not a 1-letter oi. But we have many A's. 4-letter A's, 1-letter A, 2-letter A's. There's no need to make a designation if there's no reason to. So we just say oi, that we can use at the end of an English word. Oi, that we cannot. Okay? A, the 2-letter A, that we can use at the end of an English word. A, 2-letter A, we cannot. And then this will make sense when you watch the slideshow. You'll see For the first one, you'll see they're playing. The boys are playing. And the next one, you see the tail of the calf. They're pulling the tail. And for ow, oh, you'll see the bow, rum's bow. Because this word is what we call a homogram. Bow, we bow before the deities, and we have a bow to sacrificial bow. So this one is ow, oh,
Ow.
and the next one is 4 sounds. Ow, oh, ooh, ah. Amazing. Oi, that we can use at the end of an English word. Oi, that we cannot use at the end of an English word. Okay. 2 more sets of twins. This is a bit of a tough spot. You know, when you're driving on a highway, there will be a stretch that's straight. And then there'll be some curves around mountains that you have to take slowly, or there's more traffic. So some of these are fast, no traffic, straight road. Some are curved roads, slippery when wet. And some there's a traffic jam in Delhi. You know, and you have to make it to the airport in 10 minutes. So you have that kind of thing here. Some you have to slow down, or they're tricky. Okay, so now the next 2. As you saw Agasura. Ah. And we said, these look like teeth on the W. Ah. Okay? Now we don't have to say the 2-letter one, we just say ah, that we can use at the end of an English word. Ah. The next one is ah, that we cannot use. And she didn't see the slideshow, but we had pictures of orange leaves in autumn. Ah. Okay. Ah, that we can use at the end of an English word, like the jaw. Ah, that we cannot use. Okay. Now the last 2 sounds for these. And again, you see the W at the end, you see the W at the end here, you see the Y here, you see the Y here. Y and W are added to vowel sounds in English at the end, from the Old English tradition. You do not, in Italian or Spanish, that's not the case. But in English, the Y and the W are added at the end of a vowel sound in most cases, unless it's a very short word like me, or go. But in most cases, you'll see a Y or W, and you'll tell the child that. Okay? The last 2. Ooh, you.
Ooh, you.
Ooh, you.
Ooh, you.
That we can use at the end of an English word. And the next one is ooh, you.
Ooh, you.
That we cannot use at the end of an English word. Let's do those sets. A, the 2-letter A. That we can use at the end of an English word. A, the 2-letter A that we cannot. Make the signal. They should know I can't use this A. The next one is ow, oh. Ow, oh, ooh, ah. Oi, that we can use at the end of an English word.
Oi, that you can use at the end of an
Oi, that we cannot use at the end of an English word.
cannot be used at the end of an English word.
Ah, that we can use at the end of an English word.
Oh, that we can use at the end of an
Ah, that we cannot use at the end of an English word. Ooh, you.
Ooh, you.
That we can use at the end of an English word.
We can use at the end of an English
Ooh, you.
Ooh, you.
That we cannot use at the end of an English word. So we got through some bad ones there. 4 sets. And one of them has 2 sounds and the other has 4. Ow, oh, ooh, ah. Again, when you have the little tutor and you just play it repeatedly as he does, it just becomes automatic. But just to look at this, you can see why, oh, this looks sort of hard and boring. But it opens up a wealth of understanding. Gives children the key. And it makes them think. There's no parroting here. There's no parroting. They have to explain this. A parrot can't explain anything. That's why she says you need just a book, notebook, a pencil, and your brain. And you have to know this, you have to know what you're teaching. You have to actually have mastered this yourself. All right, the next, you have 2 zeros, 2 O's, I'm sorry. Ooh, oh, oh. Now this sounds just like ah, oh, ooh. What's different? The position. Remember the other one was ah, oh, ooh. That means you heard the o in the second place. For this one, you heard it in the third place. Ah, ooh. Starts with ulu instead. Ooh, like ulu. Ooh, or moon. In the slideshow, you'll see the moon. Ooh, up, oh, ooh, up, oh. The third sound is o. So now we know we write this phonogram. If my teacher says ooh, oh, oh, I will write this phonogram. If she says ah, oh, ooh, I will write this phonogram. They have to do that. They're given a complete 70 phonogram test. And they have to write the right one.
In some Jewish schools where I was teaching, what they used to do is they used to have these written on flashcards. So the letter would be written on the front. And
Yes, the sound on the back, yeah. There's a set of flashcards. I think I have those in another box. Spalding does have flashcards.
And they would just put it up, and then the children would say what different sounds it would make, and then the second one would say,
One thing we had a game with the flashcards in my classroom, and sort of like going around the room, and I would hold up a flashcard, and there would be one standing player, and then other children would be sitting. So the standing player would stand next to someone sitting. I'd hold up the flashcard, and the one who said it first correctly got to go play the next player. And if he couldn't say it, the other one said, then he sat down, and the other boy got up. And boy, after a short time, they were like lightning on the flash. Just anything to know the phonograms like this. Okay? Now we will do from ooh, oh, oh down to the bottom of this list, all right? Again, ooh, oh, oh. So you must do the gestures. Ooh, oh, oh. Remember the O is in the third place. It's an owl. On the back you'll see there's a little owl here. Right? I tried to put like this one like oil. And for this one, well, I don't know. I tried to, even though I had a pattern, to make some sense of it. The next one we did yesterday, the ch, k, sh. Okay, so we did the train signal. Ch, k, sh. I think I went forward first. Ch, k, sh. Your first sound is ch, k, sh. And that's in the order of frequency. You will hear ch more than k, more than sh. Okay? Ch, k, sh. All right? Let's repeat the first one. Ah, o. I'm sorry. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh. The next one. Ch, k, sh. The next one. Like the Shringadev. And you saw in the picture the swing. Swing. This triangle shows 3 sounds for this fixed combination. Okay? The first sound is its name, the last sound its name, and the middle sound is the initial sound of e. Okay? E, e, a. E, 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 so you see this one was e, this one is e, and then a. All right? This one was e. This one, reverse it. E, a. What's this one? E. This one's reverse it. E, a. This is cinch, R. Just the way it looks. Let's go back. Ooh, oh, oh. Ch, k, sh. The next one? That's an easy one. The next one, a little bit hard. E, a. That's not so bad. And R. R. Now you have done, out of the 10 rows, you have done 70%. Okay? A few tough ones, but some are not so hard. You have done 70%. Let's go back up through those. B, kus, d. Good job. H, j, k, p, qu, r, s, t, r, w, x. The last one. Y, I, z, a, o, e, I, o, u, u. For this one, I would tell the children, u, u. Now we're ready for the as in her, as in first, as in nurse, as in worship, and as in Not so bad? Are you finding it so bad? Okay. If you know these, you'll be more than convinced. B plain one. Next one. E double E. Next one. Next one. A. The two-letter A that we can use at the end of an English word. A. The two-letter A that we cannot use at the end of an English word. Ow, o. Ow, o, u, Oi. That we can use at the end of an English word. Oi. That we cannot use at the end of an English word. Aw. That we can use at the end of an English word. Aw. That we cannot use at the end of an English word. Ooh, you. That we can use at the end of an English word. Ooh, you. That we cannot use at the end of an English word. Oh. Remember the owl. In Hindi it's ulu. So that's your first sound. Ooh. Then oh. And then oh. Sh. Ooh. E. Now are we ready for the last 30%? Everybody fired up? We're almost there. Okay, we had these the other day a little bit. K. The two-letter K. Everyone say?
The two-letter K.
Now we'll do a yo-yo on these rows. 3 sounds. This is added to verbs to change it to past tense. Like play, played, stop, stopped. And it depends on the letter. If it's a P, you can only make a T sound. If I say stop, yes, he stopped the car. So you have to say T. But if I say play, you don't say plate, you say played. Okay? K. The two-letter K.
Two-letter K.
Ed, D, T.
Ed, T.
So you have an ed sound, and a d sound, and a t. Ed, d, t. Those are the 3 sounds for this phonogram. K, the two-letter K. Ed, d, t. This is easy. Or K, the two-letter K. Ed, d, t. Or. Now for this one, it matches in the pattern with the w. But actually, the proper pronunciation in English is to say the H first. In British or stage English, they do that. They will say what, when. Now most of the time, we just say the same. But actually, the proper way is to say the H first. So she has the child hold up the hand and actually feel the H being pulsated. So we say hua. For this one, we just say wa. But for this one, and I put the same pattern, but it's what, when, where, why. That's actually the proper old way to say English. Even in the dictionary it's shown like that. It's just that language continues to deteriorate. Okay, k, the two-letter k. Edita or hua. Next one, easy. O as in boat. And in the picture you'll see an O with a boat inside. You don't have those cartoons, but on the back of the card. The cartoons help. Okay. They may be a little confusing at first because it's script, but they actually help you. O is in boat. There's a little steamboat there. Okay? All right, let's go to the top. K, the two-letter K. Edita or hua. O as in boat. Now the next three are very difficult, but I tried to figure out how to make it easy. First of all, all three of them have three sounds. So let's say that. This one, E, Y, E, I, and I, E, they all, first of all, make how many sounds? Three. We have to figure out what's common. All three, the third sound is I, as in it. Okay, so let's say what's common. All three of them made three sounds, and the last sound for all three is I, as in it. Okay, that makes the job a little easier. Okay. Now, if I start with my alphabet and I say the name of the letter, I will say A, then E, right? If I say the vowels. A, E. And if the third sound, so for this first one, E-Y, I say A, E, then I say I. What do I say? A, E, I. Now I tell you on my own, I had to teach these to myself years ago, and it took me 2 weeks to get this straight. So I'm trying to do it in 2 minutes for you. A, E, I. So that is E-Y. Let's give you some examples. The A sound as in they. E sound is in donkey. It's a little difficult. She uses a southern pronunciation, like in the South in America they say valet. That's how she pronounces that, valet. And in the dictionary she says it's like that. In the upper part of America we say valley. But in the South they'll say valet. So that's where she gets that I pronunciation. So this one is A, E, I, like a hiccup, I, not a. Say it again, A, E, I. And that's the first one, E-Y, as your keys, right? Or they, right. Now, if I turn these two around, what do I say first? E, A, I. So this one is E, A, I. Otherwise, they'll do what? But if I use this column, I'll get it. All right? So this first one is A, E, I. Then I turn it around and I get E, A, I. All right? Example, if you saw in the slideshow, you saw a ceiling. I use the Sistine ceiling. It's C-E-I. Okay. This one. Or received. We received a letter. And after C, you'll always have that. If there's an E or I, it makes S sound. So if you saw the ceiling, what did she have there? C-E-I. Okay. This one, we go backwards. I'm sorry. We reverse these two. We go. First one, we said A, E, I. Then we said E, A, I. Now for this one, I drop down, I forget the A, and then I say E, I, I. Okay, what do I say? E, I, I. For example, let's have a piece of pie. And I'm trying to think of an example with the E, I, E making E sound. I can't think of one right now. So this one is E, I, I.
Is it piece? Can you say a piece of pie?
P, and then it makes the I sound. P, I. E will say I here. These are the three hardest ones. Let's do those again. A, E, I. All three will end with I. A, E, I. Now let's reverse the first two for the second one. E, A, I. Now let's forget the A and let's say E, I, I. Okay, got that? Let's do it one more time. A, E, I. Switch them. E, A, I. Now forget the A, drop down. E, I, I. That's these three. Took me 2 weeks on my own. This one is A, E, I, E, A, I, E, I.
Mataji, any example for I is A? Any word for I is A?
Which one?
I-E, the last,
Pie.
and
I'm trying to think of another one offhand.
for E it becomes peace, I becomes pie, A becomes
It's just E, I, I.
E-I.
I was just giving you one example. Okay. I don't have my flashcards right now. Okay, from here on it gets a little easier. Are we ready?
Yeah.
It's easy from here on. I, the three-letter I.
I, the three-letter I.
A, the four-letter A.
A, the four-letter A.
Let's do a yo-yo. I, the three-letter I.
I, the three-letter I.
A, the four-letter A.
A, the four-letter A.
Next one. We did these yesterday. The two-letter the tall one.
The two-letter the tall one.
Yo-yo drill. I, the three-letter I.
I, the three-letter I.
A, the four-letter A.
A, the four-letter A.
The two-letter the tall one.
Two-letter tall one.
Next one. The two-letter the long one.
The two-letter
The long
the
one.
long
Yeah.
one. The long one.
Yo-yo drill. I, the three-letter I.
I, the three-letter I.
A, the four-letter A.
A, the four-letter A.
The two-letter the tall one.
The two-letter the tall one.
The two-letter the long one.
The two-letter
So when you're drilling, try to speed it up so they don't go to sleep on you. It's hard, okay? The two-letter
the two-letter
yo-yo drill. I, the three-letter I.
I, the three-letter I.
A, the four-letter A.
A, the four-letter A.
The two-letter the tall one.
The two-letter the tall one.
The two-letter the long one.
The two-letter the long one.
The two-letter
The two-letter
isn't right. The two-letter.
the two-letter
You know what that means.
F.
Well, everybody knows. Then we would say, "Hello, Krishna." All right, let's do our last column. 7 left to go. And you know your phonograms, huh? Not bad? This is the most important thing to take back. But don't eliminate anything else. Don't eliminate one other thing from the system. If you just take the phonograms like, I want the cream, and then I throw out everything else under the cream, that's a waste. And that the cream, it's a waste. And you won't get the results. It's superficial. J, the three-letter J.
J, three-letter J.
Second one, O is in toe.
Always in toe.
Remember Krishna in the picture touching his toe. J, the three-letter J.
J, three-letter J.
O is in toe.
Always in toe.
G is in ghost.
Good.
Remember the picture? Lord Chaitanya? J, the three-letter J.
J, the
I
three-letter
think we showed the bridge going to Lanka. Those pictures help, but we don't say it. They see it, but we don't throw that in. You just, they can look and get absorbed in Krishna. O is in toe.
Always in toe.
G as in ghost.
Good as in ghost.
Shh. The tall one.
The tall one.
And I tried to think, what did I show for that one? Shh. Oh, I think a guru instructing a disciple, education, something like that.
Instruction.
Yeah, well, there's a spiritual master and a disciple sitting there. Shh, because education. This is used for changing a noun to, a verb to a noun, or something like that. Not always. Nation. Okay? Shh, the tall one.
The tall one.
J, the three-letter J.
J, the
You
three-letter
can make
J.
a bridge sound. O is in toe.
O as in toe.
G is in ghost.
G as in ghost.
Sh, the tall one.
Tall one.
Now listen, because remember this was SZ. Now you have to add an H and say sh, j. This sound, when you add H, you have to say that as well. So this is SZ, and this one is sh, j. So it's another sh, but it's also j, like a vision. Okay? J, the three-letter J. O is in toe.
O as in toe.
He's tired. G is in ghost.
G as in ghost.
And sh, the tall one.
Tall one.
Sh. This is sh, the short one. Okay? Like facial. Facial. All right? J, the three-letter J. O is in toe. G is in ghost.
G as in ghost.
Sh, the tall one.
Tall one.
Sh. Sh, the short one.
Short one.
Now we have to go to the doctor to finish our phonograms. This will be the final test. O, oo. Uff, off. Now you notice the next two all sound an F sound. First one is O, oo. Then you have uff, off. And the last two are really painful. Aw, ow. Oh, thank goodness that surgery was over. Let's do it again. O, oo. Now two F sounds. Uff, off. Aw, ow. Thank goodness the doctor's done. Phonograms ki jai. All right, we're going to run through the chart really fast, no stops. B, kasa, d, j, j, k, the fast one. Yeah,
A, I, Z, A, O,
E,
E, I, O, U,
Oh, we should probably be a little quiet. You, you, a bit quieter drill. As in her. As in shh, a little bit quieter. Because lately the vibes have been so heavy I can hardly come out of my room. As in her. As in first. As in nurse. As in worships. As in early. Okay. Next one is shh. The plain one. Next one is E-double-E. The two-letter A that we can use at the end of English word. The two-letter A that we cannot use at the end of English word. Ow. Oh. Remember we ended in ow. Now we start with ow. And the two-word examples would be bow and bow. Bow. Ow. Oh. Oi, that we can use at the end of an English word. Oi, that we cannot use at the end of an English word. That we can use at the end of an English word. That we cannot use at the end of an English word. You, that we can use at the end of an English word. You, that we cannot use at the end of an English word. Oh. Ch. E, A, R, K, the two-letter K. E, D, T, O, Hua, O, as in boat. A, E, I, E, A, I, E, I, A. Next is I, the three-letter I, A, the four-letter A, the two-letter E, the tall one, the two-letter E, the short one, the two-letter R,
The two-letter
Ch, the three-letter Ch, O as in toe, G as in ghost, Sh, the tall one, Sh, Z, Sh, the short one, O, off, all, ow. Now we're going to ask you to stop our timer. How long did we spend? Of course, we had a lot of drilling in between. How much time have we spent?
25 minutes.
Really? Now I want you to set it again, and I will go through this as fast as I can. Okay? Because we get children to go up to that speed. We model speed, and they have timers, and that this is how fast ultimately they should go. Are we ready? You tell me when?
1, 2, start.
B, k, s, d, k, j, j, k, u, p, k, r, s, t, v, w, x, the fast one, yeah, I, z, a, o, e, I, o, u, u, is in her, is in first, is in nurse, is in worships, is in early, sh, the plain one, e, double e, the, a, the two-letter A that you can use at the end of an English word, a, the two-letter A you cannot use at the end of an English word, ow, o, ah. Oi that we can use at the end of an English word. Oi that we cannot use at the end of an English word. Aw that we can use at the end of an English word. Aw that we cannot use at the end of an English word. I'm sorry, you that we can use at the end of an English word. You that we cannot use at the end of an English word. Ch, k, sh, ng, e, a, r, k, the two-letter k, edit, or, hua, O's in both, a, I, the three-letter I, A, the four-letter A, N, the two-letter in the tall one, N, the two-letter in the long one, R, the two-letter R, F, the two-letter F, J, the three-letter J, O is in toe, G is in ghost, Sh, the tall one, Sh, the short one, O, U, F, R.
1 minute, 16 seconds.
Yeah, and we get them up to that speed with timers and drilling.
1 minute, 16 seconds.
Just practice like that. And then when they have to do the chart, sometimes we go this way, sometimes we go this way, sometimes we go that way, sometimes we go that way. Because sometimes they'll just memorize it, and they don't let him. He doesn't know what he's saying after a while. So they do random every way. Sometimes we'll practice going like this. Ja, ha, ga, ja, f, da, ga, sa, pa. Every way, every direction, till they're just immersed. This way backwards. And then the final test, I say 70 phonograms, they write them perfectly. Whether it's o, u, of, ow, whether it's ow, whether it's u, o, whether it's I, the three-letter I, and they mark it. That is mastery, and it can be done with a 5-year-old or less. If you train them, it's training. I watched when I was in Seattle, I was doing a preschool thing for a while with a lady working at her house. She had a preschool. And one of the little girls was 4 in that group. And she was in a training period for Children's Olympics. She was 4. And if you could see what coaches can do, because little kids' bodies are like pretzels. And we would go to the park, you know, and all the kids would be all lumbering along walking. And Monica, she was doing backflips and handstands and cartwheels, and at 4, you know, she was being trained for Children's Olympics. And for her it was nothing because her coach, you know, her coach. And just standing on one hand, standing on 2 hands, one hand cartwheels, 2 hand cartwheels, back somersault flips in the air. I'm just, and all the rest of us were just carrying our lunch to the park. So it's training. Anything can be taught. And Monica was a normal kid. She wasn't abused or, you know, made to do this all day. You know, she just went to the park doing all of her routines. So it's just training. You just have to master it and then train them, and then they will be. Can you imagine? Just they see these phonograms and then they won't see they won't see letters anymore. Like what will you see here? Ch. Right? You'll see ch. As in her. You don't see alphabets anymore. You'll see phonograms. And then you have them mark every book that they're allowed to mark in with colored marking. What are the phonograms? So we will go like, here's or. And here's the. This is unusual because it's coming from another language. Asa. Okay? With, the. As in nurse. So just take them through and just pick up books and show, oh, let's try to hunt down the phonograms here. They're all phonograms. This is it, I, will, and so they say children. And then when they're taught like that, they'll say children. So they know the syllables. That way they break it down. Children. Okay? So a little bit of a break now for everybody. And if you want to, you can try it on each. You say it. Okay. Next phonogram. Needs to curve up a little bit more. Yes. Otherwise it looks a bit like a horseshoe. That's better. You should stop. 2, ask it, is this 2 o'clock? Is this 10? Is this 8? Is this 4? That's a good one. You may all want to hold up your models so you can check. Very good. Next phonogram. D. I will say the positions. 2, 10, 8, 4. Straight up, straight down. You're still putting your little curly cues. You want to erase them. It's, try to remember. This is just straight. No frills. No frosting on the cupcake. Manuscript is straight. Duh. Okay, pretty good. You could probably going a little bit rounder in there. The 2 position and make it nice and round.
Long, straight line. And
Okay. Next one. 2. Over to 10. Nice curve. Straight down. Small horizontal above the middle. Good. Are these hard? No. This is so easy. I mean, it's so simple. I'm just so bewildered when people tell me how hard the system is. Next one. Good. 2. Over to 10. Curve around to 8. Up to 4. Go straight up to 2. Drop down to 4. Curve down around up to 8. Good. See how perfect your lettering is? Look at hers. Hold that up. She did a perfect letter. Hold it up for everybody to see. Is this not easy? Can you imagine how hard children struggle to come up with this? Now see, you're not getting enough of a 2 business here. If I were to put in a correction here, I would say here and here. Okay, and this one
This is straight.
yeah. You're starting to swing over like that. Try to imagine that these are slices of a pie. Perfect. Is this hard? No. You're going to have perfect charts. Good, very good. I think it goes up a little high on the point here. You're coming up, you're cutting in too fast. If you were to just take a circle, oh, that's got a nice long tail. That's a special good job. That tail will be, wow. Here we go. Next phonogram, huh? Tall straight line. Back up to 10. Make an arch over to 2 and drop back down to the baseline. Huh. Okay, perfect. Now she's getting it perfect. Mine's overdone actually. Next one, J. Long straight line. Down to 4. Curve up nicely to 8. And put a nice dot in line just above the straight line. What phonogram is this? That's a very good one. He likes long letters, doesn't he? Perfect. You have good hand control, eye motor control. You think this will be hard to teach to the children? No, you just need to perfect it yourself. You know the idea, but you have to make sure you've done the idea. You know the
I just need to slow down.
yeah, you know the concept, but you yourself need to be able to show it perfectly. Otherwise, they won't catch what you did. The better you do it, the better they will do it. So that's why your investment is in your practice. Next row, K, tall straight line. Now we are allowed to rarely pick up our pencil. We go out here, slanted line to the base, to the tall line, and slanted line to the bottom. So we only make 2 strokes. Everybody loves this one. Ooh. The line, right? Ooh, the line. Next one. Short straight line, up to 10, over to 2. Short straight line, up to 10, over to 2. Short straight line. I'm not looking these at straight on. I hope they're good examples, because from the side I'm not sure. Are you having fun with your phonograms? He likes his phonograms. Next one. Short straight line, up to 10, over to 2, and down. I think in the video we saw Nityananda, we saw Mahaprabhu, right? After that we saw Prabhupada, right? Descending long line. Now don't lift your pencil. Back up to 10, over to 2, around to 4, and close it at 8. See already, Preeti, they're looking better, you see? And then retrace. No, don't lift. Yeah, you have to retrace. Get them used to the idea to not lifting the pencil. A little bit at the top, not quite 10, more like you're coming out at 9 o'clock. You see that? Calligraphers are good that way. They check the spaces here. They check what's called the negative space in calligraphy. They'll check this space to test their calligraphy. If you have books on calligraphy, they check the negative space to see if the positive is in the right place. It's a little bit better. We were doing that when we were for days with Pradeep to do our alignment for the new 1881. We were imagining that these were not words. We were imagining they were just blocks of shapes. And we were seeing, oh, how much space is here and how much... You were watching us, Naval Kishore. Naval Kishore, the other day when we were working on the computer, did you see how we were aware of negative space? How much room is there? And that tells you where to put the positive. The negative will tell you if your positive is right. Okay, after pa, our next one is kwa. Kwa. So we have 2, 10, 8, up to 4, up to 2, drop it down. Now we just put a little slanted line here, like a tick mark, okay? Then we always have this with U. Coming down to 8, read up to, from 4, up, down, and again, right? And we don't underline this. We don't consider this a fixed combination. This is the phonogram as it is. The other ones after, yeah, that's very good. Okay, so see in just 2 days now? Now, do you have a new vision of the spelling and the sounds? It completely opens up your awareness. And it does it for children too. After Kuk, we have short, straight line. We trace up to 10, curve over to 2, to say I hope when you go back you can do a demonstration now for everybody. Yes, you have to. Do you have a magic slate? You should invest in one. Very important. Without the magic slate, I don't even think chalkboards work as well because you can correct so easily. Whiteboards, the pen slips. You have to rub everything up. This is so fast. And then if you use a magnet, you can get a bold line. You know, like I have the fine pen. With the magnet, I can get a nice, so that the participants can see clearly. Okay, so we just did her. Now we're going to do 2 o'clock. Curve up over to 8. Now you have to do a swing to 4. And now you're going to swing up to 8. I don't have such a good one here. I have to look at this a little better. 2, 10, swing around down to 4, and back up to 8. Still not quite right. Okay, scissor. Good one, that's perfect. Hold yours up. She got a perfect S. You see, it's like anything else. It's just a matter of practice. I should have pulled down my book on calligraphy. It looks as though a computer did it, these calligraphers. And they're artistic because they can do what a computer has to do a fixed thing. But these calligraphers can put all kinds of swishes and swashes in it. It's like masters, you know. Next one is T. Simple. Tall straight line with a little horizontal, a little bit above the middle. T. Did you do that one? No. Your father did that. Did your father do that? Oh, you did that? It's pretty amazing. T. Next one. Again, you don't lift your pencil. You go slanted line down, slanted line up. Economy of movement. Economy of strokes. Very good. Look at that. Okay. Do the next one quickly. A little bit too broad there. Try it again. Still open. Close it a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she's got good. Those are good. You don't want it so, that's better. So open that it looks like something else. Perfect. Perfect. Next one, same thing. Don't lift your pencil. Down, up, down, up. I think we're running a preschool here today. What are all these adults doing here? Actually, you can use these boards to teach your your Sanskrit as well, right? How does this one go? Like this?
Yeah.
And that way they can see and practice. All right, we were doing what? Next one is the fast one. So we have a slanted line to the right, and we pick up our pencil now, and we cross it at the middle with a slanted line to the left. Good. Keep up with it. Keep up with ours. This is so simple, is it not? Now that you know 6 features and you know the 2, 10, 8, 4, every letter is consistent. The next one, short line down to 8, curve over to 4, go up and drop down to 4, and curve up to 8. This is yeah. Perfect. Is this not hard? It's so easy. And you'll see, even when you're printing, you can make nice printing. Very perfect. Hold yours up. Is completely perfect. Completely perfect. Zzz. Horizontal line, slanted line, horizontal. It's fantastic. Vowels. Perfect. A, A. Now see, when you write them now, you'll really drill it in, because now we run through it, but when you write them, she actually teaches them 4 a day. That's her pace, but writing them as well. So everything, but we taught you the strokes because we have to compress this. But I still taught the children the Phonogram 7 a day. Why not? And then they can practice regularly. Each day in the school, we'd give them a little strip of paper, and we do a strip test. And we would practice 1 row a day of perfect writing, just for the writing. And it was a Phonograms test as well. So they would get, one day they'd get Dokasida, Fogaja, next day they would get Ka. That way it was just a little piece of paper, a stack of them on the table, and we would clip them onto a clothesline. And every student would have all of his samples, and then I could come in and check to see how his lettering was going, so it didn't deteriorate. Because what happens with repeated doing it, it starts to go downhill again. So we would always check that the practice was still kept. Okay, after this one, what did we do last? I forgot. We didn't do A, A, A. Did we do A, A, A? No. Okay, our balls. A, A, A.